There is one anime, and one anime only, that has ever broken the internet. Not a single other anime on this planet has ever done what Dragon Ball did. When Dragon Ball Super Tournament of Power dropped and Goku finally went Super Saiyan, because the hype for him, or not Super Saiyan, the hype for him going Ultra Instinct was insane. They leaked his new form for months, bro. Months before it actually happened. And when he finally did it in that 1 hour long special, you couldn't even watch it. You couldn't even watch the fucking episode. Not only was Funimation, not only was Crunchyroll hard to watch the episode, because it, like, the streaming services just wouldn't load. They crashed. They broke down because of how many people were trying to watch this episode. Not only the traditional streaming services, even illegal pirated anime websites. It was hard, damn near impossible to watch this episode the first couple hours it came out because so many people were trying to watch it. That was the only time any anime has ever broke the internet, and I stand by that, and I will stand by that forever. No, I've never seen an anime do what UI Goku did. I've never seen it before, bro, and it never will happen again. Lock the fuck in. Let's go. Here we go. Are you gonna say? The day Ultra Instinct debuted and how it broke
Throughout
the internet.
Year of 2023, a phrase I witnessed becoming more prevalent within online anime communities was breaking the internet. The anime moment of 2023 that I saw this term being coined for the most was during the build-up to the highly anticipated episode 1071 of One Piece, which would introduce Gear 5 to the anime, which fans had been waiting years for since the form's debut in the One Piece manga. Daily in the build-up to the episode's release, there was rampant
Yeah, I remember, dude. I remember before Luffy Gear 5 came out. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's gonna break the internet. It's gonna break the internet." Guess what? Didn't break the internet. Didn't break the internet. Also, Monokage, you were lagging for a second. What was that? My bad. Anyways, yeah, I remember the build up, and I'm sure Luffy Gear 5 was cool. I've seen clips. It was cool, but it didn't break the internet, bro. Come on, guys.
discourse and discussions online about if the episode, which people knew would feature stellar animation and performances due to the importance of the episode, and if it would live up to the hype and truly break the internet. Hearing the phrase and knowing what people were alluding to when they mentioned it made me think what moments in regard to other animes actually succeeding in doing that phrase justice in the capacity was intended. While One Piece episode 1071 succeeding in doing that in its own right to some degree, I'm here to discuss a moment in which an anime truly broke the internet that it even caused me issues the night it transpired. But what am I talking about? Episode 110 of Dragon Ball Super and the debut of Ultra Instinct.
Yup. He's cooking. I'm telling you guys, this is the only time an anime's ever broke the internet.
Before I get into the fine details of the day episode 110 aired, I need to break down what exactly people mean.
No, thank you. Because I feel like anime fans don't understand what it means by saying break the internet. I feel like anime fans, or if you weren't there for the UI Goku thing when the internet was actually broken, you probably think, oh, everybody's gonna be talking about it. It's gonna break the internet. It's gonna shock the internet. No. That's not what breaking the internet means. Breaking the internet means actually fucking breaking the internet, okay? Like, you can't watch the fucking episode because all these services are crashing, not loading, error. And not only that, but everybody's talking about it too. So, you know, that's what it is.
When they coined the term breaking the internet in this manner and what the criteria is to meet it. Typically, when people start using this term for a highly anticipated episode or moment, such as the debut of Gear 5 in the One Piece anime, they are referring to the mass reactions the event will incite online and the repercussions.
Yeah, notice how he just, dude, me and this guy are on the same wavelength. They're referring to the massive reactions online. But when I say break the internet, not only are you gonna have those massive reactions, but you're actually going to break the fucking internet, so you know.
It will have for even websites themselves. Of course, one aspect of this term is how much buzz it will generate online. How anime-only viewers will react to seeing this highly anticipated manga moment, or how people react to what could be an amazingly animated episode. Basically, the online reception and hype a moment or episode can create online. But that isn't truly breaking the internet. The term reaches a little further than that, as I alluded to earlier when I mentioned how it can affect websites themselves. The main point of a moment breaking the internet is it literally causing issues with websites where streaming services that that stream anime episodes such as Crunchyroll begin to crash, and people become unable to access them due to all the traffic. If a website crashes and becomes unusable due to the high influx of traffic of people attempting to watch a new release, that can certainly be aligned with the term breaking the internet, because at this point websites themselves have literally stopped working for many, and they will either have to wait until those issues are resolved or watch the episode elsewhere or in some other manner. Episode 110 of Dragon Ball Super achieved all of the criteria that I just laid out, but it also achieved much more.
Let's go. He's cooking! I'm telling you guys. Oh my god, he just had to be there that night. I remember like it was yesterday.
The first tease towards Goku unlocking a new transformation or power-up that people began to notice was when Dragon Ball Super Episode 77 aired. This kicked off the Universe Survival arc, and with it came a new animated opening and theme, Limit Break X Survivor. In the opening for the Tournament of Power, there's a small clip where Goku becomes engulfed
like
in a
they teased his new transformation for so long. They teased it for so long, bro. And people were just waiting to see, oh my god, Goku's gonna go even further than Super Saiyan Blue? What could it be? What the fuck could it be, bro? What's stronger than a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan?
Aura after fighting Jiren in Super Saiyan Blue. Goku then smirks and emerges from this aura in his base form. As soon as this opening aired, I can recall speculation running rampant that it was alluding to a new transformation. With how little that part of the opening gave away, there was very little evidence to go off of. People came up with all sorts of theories, but even more evidence that progressed the speculation even further was coming. But it was that small clip that really kicked off the speculation that Goku would be receiving a new transformation during the Universal Survival arc. Instead of more obscure teases, a poster featuring Goku in a new form was dropped on Twitter on June 30th, 2007.
Yup, dude, oh my god, this too. Like they kept teasing us and then when it finally came out, bro, it broke the internet.
This sent the community into an absolute frenzy as it displayed Goku in a state that hadn't yet been seen at the time. But, due to the angle of the image, it still left much to be speculated. Ultra Instinct's sign is defined by the aura, the silverish outline of Goku's hair, and the silver eyes. With today's knowledge, we can say Goku is unquestionably in his UI sign state in this image, but the way it was displayed revealed very little at the time, as only Goku's back was shown. The image shows a reddish aura similar to the opening sequence surrounding Goku. We can also see his hair is spiky and raised with some silver highlights throughout, but with zero of Ultra Instinct's defining characteristics displayed, such as the silver eyes, uncertainty regarding whether it was a new form or not continued. The main issue with this image not revealing much was due to only Goku's back being seen. If his face was shown with the silver eyes, that would have solidified there and then that it was a new form, but by leaving the front unseen, it served as the perfect teaser to build up anticipation for the future. Seeing this image and knowing the nature of Dragon Ball with its endless transformations, it's obvious in hindsight that it was most definitely going to be a new form for Goku. A few months later in August, another image was about to drop. This would all but confirm.
Damn. Yep, there it is. Ultra Instinct Omen. Which, I don't want to really get into it. I think Ultra Instinct Omen looks cooler. That's just me. Anyways, yep, there it is.
Goku obtaining a new transformation as it showed the front side of the previous image. In this image, the silver eyes can be clearly seen, but any details regarding this transformation were still unknown. An announcement would follow that revealed that in a 1-hour special format, episodes 109 and 110 would be airing together back-to-back in Japan. This would coincide with Toei Animation doing the same thing for One Piece the week before. With Toei promoting and hyping up a 1-hour special for both One Piece and Dragon Ball Super, it was all but confirmed that some important things would take place in these episodes. These two episodes would feature the highly anticipated fight between Goku and Jiren. On October 8th, 2017, these two episodes would air in a 1-hour format, and episode 110 would perhaps go on to become Super's most infamous episode in the entire series.
Yup, it did. It did. Ultra Instinct's reveal. Oh my god. Dude, the music, bro. I literally remember I was home in my room, and I don't know if I was in Discord, I was in some sort of party chat with my boys. And when Goku, dude, when this music played and Goku was revealed Ultra Instinct, we were all like, oh! Like, I see that. I feel like no other like anime can get you like that, bro. Even like the die-hard One Piece fans when Luffy went Gear 5, I think they were like, oh, this is so cool. Nah, bro. When Goku went Ultra Instinct, everybody was like, oh my god, beat that ass, Goku, beat that ass. I don't know, bro. I just feel like the following that Dragon Ball has is just like no other.
of the episodes. We had seen Ultra Instinct's design through the many teasers that had been shared with us prior, but we still lacked knowledge of the nature of the transformation we were being shown. That would all change with the airing of episode 110. Episode 109 would feature Goku versus Jiren, climaxing with Jiren rebounding the Spirit Bomb at Goku, resulting in what appeared to be Goku's defeat. This event was used as a catalyst in the anime to help Goku transform. Goku would emerge in Ultra Instinct with silver eyes on full display to show off he had achieved a new transformation. A lot of factors from there played an integral part in the overwhelming success with this episode and the chaos it would go on to cause. The visual reveal was just one aspect. Even when the design was revealed in the episode, the form itself was still an unknown. Going along with Dragon Ball's history, one would naturally assume this was yet another new Super Saiyan transformation.
Also, the thing is, like, with that Ultra Instinct, it's not only, like, is it, like, super... Like, the form Ultra Instinct is cool. But also, like, the music that went with it, too, also really, like, sent it off. Like, the moment was cool, everything was cool about it, and even the music, like, that, dude, like, the music is used for memes now. Like, it's so iconic, everybody knows the Ultra Instinct music. Everybody knows Ultra Instinct music. Dude, the theme is so iconic now, too.
Like Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue, those forms which had come before it earlier in Dragon Ball Super. But many, me included, were pleasantly surprised that this form was actually quite unique in its nature. As the fight ensued between Jiren and Goku in this newly attained form, the viewer got to see it in action as narration from the bystanders in the Tournament of Power, most notably Whis, began to explain what the form was. This was when we first heard the name of Magate no Gokui. This phrase means the mastery of self-movement, though it can have several other meanings as well, depending on the translation and interpretation being used. The name Ultra Instinct was the name the English translation chose to go with, despite it not being a direct translation of the Japanese term. Regardless, the name stuck, and the name has become iconic in modern anime culture. Whis would go on to explain that the fundamental aspect of the form was that Goku's body was moving on its own, essentially without thought. This was displayed visually too, as some of the ways
I didn't know that. What is Ultra? Yeah, well,
Goku moved and dodged were given different details in the animation to show the different state of being Goku was in.
The music went hard. It was fire. I know, bro. It was so fucking good. That's what I'm saying. Like, everything about it was so iconic. And it all led to it breaking the internet. And probably the only anime that will ever break the internet.
While using Ultra Instinct. All the months of teasers and discussion concluded as everything regarding the form.
I wonder if he actually goes into detail on, like, the other animes that quote-unquote broke the internet. Because I remember when Borashiki happened, all these Boruto fans were all like, oh, Boruto's gonna finally break the internet. It's gonna finally break the internet when Boruto became Borashiki and used the giant Rasengan. That didn't break the internet. Luffy Gear 5 also didn't break the internet. It was those are crazy hype moments. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not trying to take away from those moments. But it didn't break the internet like Ultra Instinct Goku did.
Form was finally revealed. Not only
The
did
Dragon Ball
people
Legend
loving
pick
the
is
design
crazy, I
and concept
agree.
of the form have a huge impact on this episode's success, but the fight itself was acclaimed by viewers as one of the better ones in the entirety of Dragon Ball Super's anime run. Dragon Ball Super had become infamous for its lackluster art animation at this point, rarely busting out moments that wowed audiences. But this episode did just that. It excelled in its visuals, perhaps far above anything else Super had produced at the time. This was to be expected though, building up and teasing a new form for months, and even promoting the reveal and fight in an hour-long special only to present it with the same lackluster visuals we had grown accustomed to in the series would have been a monumental disaster and extremely disappointing. Fortunately, that isn't what happened. People still look back years later and acknowledge that episode as one of the better looking ones in the entire series, though it wasn't perfect of course. It did include a bit of reused animation from the
Bro, Barra Mode broke the internet? No, it didn't, bro. Oh my gosh, no, it didn't. Barra Mode didn't even come close to breaking the internet. Listen, the reason I know Barra Mode didn't break the internet is because I'm a Naruto fan, and I didn't even watch that episode because I just don't give a fuck about Boruto. No, it didn't. Barra Mode never broke the internet, okay? Naruto has never broken the internet. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, it's true. The closest thing that Boruto broke the internet was when when Naruto and Sasuke when it was Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki. But even then, that didn't break the internet. No, Barra Mode did not break the internet. I know that for a fact because I didn't fucking watch that episode. Nobody cares about Boruto. Boruto's fucking ass. Sorry.
Opening that some people didn't like, but with as many awesome shots and sequences that episode 110 featured, I think that's the most important element to take into consideration here, and ignoring the little bit of reused animation that we saw. I believe that if this episode had been churned out with the same mediocre quality that was the norm at that point,
JJK Season 2 did not break the internet, guys.
This episode and moment would have been far less successful than it actually was. I've discussed the visuals, but
I don't know how to write in sarcasm. It's all good, bro. Don't worry about it.
Also give attention to the audio aspect of the episode, most notably the fight between Goku and Jiren.
Ultimate battle. Dude, the music goes
Great
so hard.
soundtracks can immensely enhance the quality of any anime scene, whether it
Dude,
be
look at the Dragon Ball Legends art is so peak.
pack sequences or sad, tragic ones. The music behind it can make or break the scene. Some anime during extremely important scenes will even go the extra step beyond your typical soundtrack and use an insert song. A classic example of this was in Dragon Ball Z when Gohan went Super Saiyan 2 for the first time. If you watch this scene in Japanese, you'll be greeted with a lyrical sign titled Unmei no Hai Tamashi Ta Tamashi. Forgive me if I pronounced that incorrectly. That roughly translates to Day of Destiny, Spirit vs. Spirit, which was performed by Hironobu Kageyama. This sequence is one of my favorites in the entire Dragon Ball franchise, and this song in particular greatly enhanced the scene for me. Dragon Ball Super hadn't really used insert songs to this point for a fight. It had played the opening sequence song Chozetsu Dynamic for the fight between Goku vs. Hit in the Universe 6 arc, but this would be the first time a lyrical song was used solely for the actual anime itself. This song was
I didn't know
Ultimate
that.
Battle
I did not know
by
that.
Akira Kushida. I'm sure anyone watching this is familiar with this soundtrack as it would go on.
It is. No, this is a good song. It is a good song.
This
is a good song.
I love this song. I think it greatly encapsulates what a song should be for an action-packed sequence, and this song paired with the great visuals, working in unison for Goku vs. Jiren.
And like Dragon Ball always had like rock, like it always had a rock music, okay? Like Dragon Ball always just goes hard with rock music. I don't know why. It just is.
Are what truly helped elevate this episode even further. I remember people seeing tweet live while watching this episode and being completely caught off guard by this song beginning to play. I can even recall some tweets of people saying, "What is this?" in disbelief. The visuals and soundtrack. It was these two elements working together in
The one song that they used for lyric. Okay, in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, there was a song where it's like, "Broly go, Broly go," like that. I'm sorry. I didn't like it. And then it said, "Gogeta, Gogeta." Like I hate that. That's one. Okay, I love the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. It's one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite Dragon Ball movie. But I hate that song, bro. I hate that it goes with that fight. It's so stupid. And it literally like narrates the fight. It's like Kamehameha when Gogeta does a Kamehameha. I'm like, bro, like you're yapping. Get this guy off the mic, bro. I hated it.
unison that made for the perfect storm.
Bro's still alive? What's up, Drew?
When watching this episode for the first time, the debut of a hopped-up new form and the debut of an adored new song just seemed to blend so well together that it added to the gravity of Ultra Instinct's debut. Ultimate Battle would be used multiple times throughout the rest of Dragon Ball Super during various action sequences, both lyrical and instrumental. The staff behind this clearly wanted to make Ultra Instinct feel special. Through teasers, an hour-long special, amazing visuals and action sequences, and an entire lyrical song, they wanted this episode to succeed. But I doubt even those working behind the scenes at Toei Animation expected
Go,
what would happen
Burly,
next.
go. Yeah, that song, bro. I hate that song. Breaking the internet. Okay, finally, he's gonna actually talk about breaking the internet. My voice cracked like a bitch right there.
Dragon Ball Super was simulcasted, meaning that shortly after it aired in Japan, it was to be uploaded to websites like Crunchyroll with English subtitles to be watched for other countries. But with the magnitude of this episode, many people opted to watch live streams of it from Japan before it was accessible through typical methods. The drawback of this was that since people were watching a Japan broadcast, it naturally had no subtitles. The bonus was that they were able to see the episode a little bit sooner, and this was where the chaos began. The episode and fight between Goku and Jiren had been hyped up to the extremes.
I think I remember this. I think I remember purposely like not going on Twitter that day. I think I purposely remember not going on Twitter that day. Because I think I went on YouTube that morning and I saw like a thumbnail or something like Goku versus Jiren. I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to watch it. So I would like scroll right past it. And I'm pretty sure I vowed to like not go on Twitter that day until I watched that episode. And then after watching that episode, all I fucking saw, all of my Twitter feed, Goku and Jiren. Everybody was talking about it. Every single tweet I ever saw was about Goku and Jiren.
An hour-long special, this episode truly was highly anticipated. People who watched the live stream were naturally discussing it on Twitter, leaking images, and overall just hyping up what they were watching. This drove even more anticipation for those who were waiting for the official subs, as people were already confirming the quality of the episode. This caused a massive influx of traffic to anime streaming websites such as Crunchyroll. Even before the episode dropped, Crunchyroll was beginning to crash as people flooded the site in excitement to watch the episode.
Nothing up on simulcasting sites, but CR is crashing already. Somehow I'm not surprised. Did they break their limits? See?
This influx of traffic also affected other notable websites at the time such as Verve and Funimation. This is the moment people look back on and say is when Ultra Instinct broke the internet. With numerous people all trying to watch the episode at the same time, all of these streaming websites became unusable for a short time, leaving some people unable to watch the episode. That just made things even more chaotic. I was one of those who had issues watching the episode that night. I
I
didn't
had
tune
issues
into
too.
any live broadcast from Japan to watch it, but like many others, I saw the reaction to the episode on Twitter. At the time, I was watching Dragon Ball Super Weekly on Crunchyroll, and when the time came to watch the episode, I initially was unable to access it, and it was frustrating to say the least. But I was able to get into Crunchyroll not much later. Some at the time experienced issues even longer than I did, and the very fact that it was multiple streaming sites that crashed is indicative that this episode and the introduction of Ultra Instinct was an overwhelming success. Ultra Instinct has become perhaps the most beloved form to come from Dragon Ball Super. Its reveal.
I agree. I think Ultra Instinct is the cool. I think Ultra Instinct is the most iconic thing to come from Dragon Ball Super. More iconic than Super Saiyan God, more iconic than Super Saiyan Blue, more iconic than any of the villains, more iconic than Golden Frieza. I think Ultra Instinct is Dragon Ball Super. I don't know why. Ultra Instinct is Dragon Ball Super. I don't know. That's just me though. It's the most iconic thing to come. Because honestly, Super's kind of mid. Before we actually get to the Tournament of Power, Super's kind of mid. Like the Battle of Gods arc is good in the movie, and the Frieza movie is decent in the movie. But then they make arcs about it in its ass. And then we have the Universe 6 tournament arc, which is ass. And then we have a cool moment where Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, which is cool. And then we have the Goku Black arc, which is good, but then the ending is absolute shit, which ruins the whole arc. And then we have the Tournament of Power arc.
That ensued are among the most memorable moments in the franchise. Later episodes of the Universal Survival arc would proceed to also cause issues with streaming services like Crunchyroll, but I don't think any of those occurrences ever quite reached the levels of disruptions that episode 110 achieved. If you were a fan at the time, watching weekly like I was, it truly was a fun and memorable night as months of build-up, teasers, speculation among fans all came to a head that night, and I would say even exceeded expectations. This was one of my favorite episodes from the series, and many others would say the same. The term breaking the internet in reference to hyped up anime episodes is thrown around a lot these days to build up anticipation for a product. Some of them do succeed, but I believe the night Ultra Instinct debuted and broke the internet is the standard so many anime fans use. If it can cause at least some of the disruption Dragon Ball Super did that night, they will proudly exclaim that the anime they're referencing broke the internet. But has any other anime episode in recent years reached levels of hype, anticipation, and disruption that Dragon Ball Super did back in October 2017?
It's never gonna happen again. I'm sorry to say. I'm saying it right now, chat. It's never gonna happen again.
It's definitely safe to say that the day Ultra Instinct was revealed most certainly broke the internet. Even now, years later, it is still talked about all the time, as Ultra Instinct's debut has without a doubt become among people's favorite moments in the entire franchise.
Yep, for sure. That guy spit. I'm gonna be honest. That guy spit the entire fucking time. Yeah, I definitely agree with that guy. Although the only thing I can say about that video is it was pretty quiet. I had to turn up everything super loud.